The steam engine, an invention that changed the world. For thousands of years, people used their muscles for work. They also used animals to help them. In the 1700s, the invention of steam engine changed everything. People began to make fewer goods by hand. Instead, they used machines. Many of those machines were powered by steam. What is steam? Have you ever watched someone boil water in a pot of stove? Sometimes you can see a little cloud above the pot. That's steam. It can only be seen when it hits cooler area. Steam is a gas. People make steam do work by boiling water. They heat up the water a gigantic pot called boiler. They make a boiler hot by burning fuel, such as coal. Burning coal becomes hotter than the top of the stove, and a lot of hotter. The heat boils the water and makes steam. Steam makes up more room than liquid water. As the steam expands, it pushes the movable parts of the machine. The movements of the parts creates power. The first real steam engines, almost 300 years ago, in 1712, Thomas Newcomen built a steam engine. Others have built steam engines, but Newcomen was the first to work really well. He used the steam engine to run a water pump. Miner could then reach more coal. The engine had one problem: it needed a large amount of coal to do a small amount of work. The steam engine improvement. In 1760, Scotsman James Watt improved Newcomen's engine. He made the machine work with less coal. Watt also made other kinds of steam engines. He made one called rotary 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 steam engine. It could run all kinds of machines. Invention was one event that led to the Industrial Revo- Revolution, also known as the Age of Steam. The age of steam brought new ways to do work with new ways for people and goods to travel. High-pressure steam engine. At the beginning of steam, what steam engine used low-pressure steam. His steam engines were big and not operated or worked slowly. Watt knew he could make smaller, faster steam engines, but it would have to use higher pressure steam. He was against that idea. Higher pressure could cause a boil to explode, could injure or kill people. Many inventors saw the danger of high-pressure steam. They built high-pressure steam anyway. They brought that smaller engine could be used to do more things. In early 1800s, Richard Trevithick built a high-pressure steam engine in England. High-pressure steam engines soon became common. They could be used to power trains. Steam-powered transportation. Trevithick built one of the first steam locomotives or trains in 1804. It hauled coal at a factory. Other people also built train engines. Soon the engines were pulling long lines of cars with passengers or goods. Steam engine helped railroads spread across the world. In early 1800s, ships also began to use steam. Some sailed on the ocean. New Yorker Robert Fulton built the first money-making river steamboat in 1807. In the mid-1800s, beautiful steamboats traveled up down American rivers. River steamboats presented the dangers that James Watt had warned about: steam explosion. Some explosions sometimes make with locomotives, but they were common with steamboats. Many people were injured and killed in steamboat accidents. One of the worst disasters of American history took place on April 27, 1865. A boiler on crowded steamboat Sultan exploded. The ship burned. More than 1,700 people died. The age of steam draws to a close. By the early 1800s, people had found a way to replace steam power. In factories, electric now ran most machines. Electric engines did not produce steam or smoke. Electric engines make subway and streetcar easy for everyday use. It became easier to travel around a city. A diesel engine also doomed the steam engine ran better and could go farther and faster. Steam locomotives ran in the United States until 1960s. By then, almost all locomotives had diesel engines. Modern of steam Uses of steam. Although the age of steam is long over, steam is still important. For instance, people use power plants use it to produce electricity. It power your lights and your television. Some people believe there is still a need for steam power. Steam power, they say, costs less than diesel fuel for a train. Steam power can also be generated using solar panels, which do not use fossil fuels like coal to make electricity. That makes steam power better for the environment than it is now. Steam power is useful and will probably have a place in a modern world.